This client broke her nail and first it didn't seem like a big deal. It wasn't broken completely, so she used a regular band-aid to keep it together until her next nail appointment. On the next day, she felt pain, swelling and tenderness around the nail. When she took off the band-aid, she noticed that the skin is red and warm to the touch. This is called paronychia. In this video, I will explain why it happened, is it possible to cure it at home, and how to prevent it from happening again. Coming up. Hello guys, this is Anastasia. In this video, I would like to talk about a very important topic, nail condition called paronychia. But first, I would like to mention that this content is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. You should contact your own physician or other professional healthcare provider for any questions that you may have regarding your medical condition. And please do not delay seeking professional advice based on the content from this video. This is my colleague and sometimes my client Barbara. She's also modeling for me sometimes when I'm in the city, so now we are going to redo this set. She has long, beautiful nails and this is gel polish overlay. I think at this point her nails are very long and it would be better to use hard gel or polygel overlay. Also, apex is missing on some nails, that's why they supposedly got broken. But broken nails is not really a big problem, it's super easy to fix, we can do extensions instead. But on one nail, she not just broke her nail, she also had something suspicious around the nail. Paronychia happens when the skin around the nail gets irritated or injured. Germs get into the skin and cause an infection. These germs can be bacteria or a fungus. Often the skin is injured because of biting, chewing, or picking at the nails. But in this case, it was the sharp edge of a broken nail that was piercing the sidewall. When she used band-aid to keep the broken part of the nail, I think it caused some additional pressure. Since the band-aid was covering the skin all the time, it was a perfect place for bacteria, and they didn't miss the chance. We will start this service as usual by removing the product. I will be using carbide bit to file the product off. I love this method of product removal, but when we have broken nails, it may feel very sensitive and the broken part can break even more. That's why this is the method that I use. I simply use nail glue and glue back the broken part. It can be the same glue that you use for tips. Then we need to wait 3 to 5 minutes. Usually it cures very quickly, and then you do not need to worry that this part of the nail is going to move and the client will not feel any vibration. The product that was used on her nails is not soak off, so for us this is the only method, but in other cases you can also soak them off in the acetone. Barbara was worried that this happened because she used band-aid and applied it too tight on her nail. And like I said, this was not only because of the band-aid, mostly because of the broken nail and the sharp part of the broken nail. Paronychia can develop when bacteria enter broken skin near the cuticle and nail fault, causing an infection. Most commonly, infectious paronychia results from a staph infection, and bacteria get into the skin through cuts, broken skin or hangnails, through ingrown nails, but it usually happens on toenails, irritation from water or chemicals, trauma to the nail bed or cuticle area. And trauma can result from accidents, nail biting, or incorrect manicures or pedicures. Can you treat paronychia at home? In some mild cases, yes, it is possible. You need to soak the infected area in warm water for about 15 minutes a few times a day, and make sure to dry the area thoroughly. I had paronychia myself, I think 2 or 3 times. One time it was because of my incorrect manicure I was practicing on myself. It was with my non-dominant hand and I cut my sidewalls too deep with nippers, and on the next day I had the same thing. Another time it happened on my right hand again. I have a very deep C-curves, so I was practicing and experimenting with my nail shape, so I suppose I filed my sidewalls of my natural nail too deep, and once they started to grow, since this curve is very deep, it was piercing through my skin, and I had a very similar condition on my lateral side wall. I didn't soak it in warm water, by the way. I was simply cleaning it with special hand disinfectants, and then I used a special ointment. I felt better after this immediately, and it got better on the next day. I'm giving you some advice and tips from my experience, but I strongly do not recommend try any kind of treatment at home. You can try this, but if it doesn't get better within 1 or 2 days, if you see that there is no help of home remedies, please see your healthcare provider as soon as possible, because you may need other treatments, such as antibiotics to clear up the infection and help you heal. You may also need minor procedures such as drainage if an abscess has formed. You may notice that the skin on her right nail fold is brown because it's been a few days already. At first it was red, swollen and very painful, but now it's not as sensitive anymore, and now the color is brown, which means it's healing. We decided to keep the nail because you can see that it is broken not on the free edge but on the nail bed area, so it is not possible to remove it without pain. So we decided to fix the broken nail, but once it grows longer, we're going to trim them short and do extensions instead. Meanwhile, I'm finishing up with manicure and would like to show you some close-ups. If you have a client with similar condition, I assume their health provider would like to have their enhancements off. So what we can do about it, simply to take the product off, then they're going to see the doctor, and after that we decide if it's okay to continue with extensions. Fast forward to a few days after this, her skin got much better and healed. But I would like to mention this once again. If you see that it is getting bigger, it's causing some pain, it gets swollen, please see your health provider as soon as possible, because in some cases the infection may last a long time or even come back after treatment. Since we decided to keep the nail and to keep such a long broken nail, I think the best product is Fiberglass. So I'm going to use a base coat, gel polish together with Fiberglass, and then we're going to do a hard gel overlay. I would like to keep this topic separate from nail art and overlay. That's why I'm going to show you the nail art that we did after this in my next video. So make sure to subscribe so you will not miss it, and I will be posting it in a few days. Meanwhile, I do the prep. I apply time dehydrator and non-acid primer, and then I apply a thin coat of the base coat. I'm going to apply a little more on the area where we have the broken nail, and I cut a small amount of Fiberglass. Sometimes I use a cotton pad for broken nails, and it works perfect when you have a little bit of broken nail, but here I have a long nail, so we definitely will need more strength to it. When applying Fiberglass strands, make sure that they're completely covered with the base coat. If they're not, you can add some more. I'm using orange wood stick to make sure they're all laying flat. And then we need to cure it, and you can apply the second coat. But since we decided to do a hard gel overlay, I will be applying color after this. This is a little sneak peek of the next video where we will be doing design on her nails. Make sure to subscribe so you will not miss it. Let me know what you think about the videos like this when I'm addressing a specific issue of the condition of the nails. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in my next video. Goodbye!